right, good afternoon. How's everyone? I'd like to welcome everyone to the 2016 Medlar View Elementary D.A.R.E graduation. I'd like to start off by thanking the City of Miamisburg, the Miamisburg City Schools, and the Miamisburg Police Department for their support of the D.A.R.E program, because without it today wouldn't be possible. I'd also like to thank all the parents and relatives that have joined us today. Had a great time hanging out with the kids this year. They taught me as much as I taught them, I think, at sometimes. But you should be very proud of them. They're a great group of kids. I'd also like to thank the fourth graders who are here today. I look forward to seeing you guys next year in D.A.R.E class. Just give you a brief summary of what we talked about this year in D.A.R.E classes. We talked about the dangers of alcohol and tobacco. We talked about making good decisions and how to resist peer pressure. We talked about bullying, how to be confident in ourselves, and we talked about how to be safe with over-the-counter and prescription medicines. The goal for you fifth graders is to use what we talked about this year, especially as you grow older and encounter difficult situations, maybe at middle school or in the high school, or even beyond that. Now I'd like to introduce the guests that have come today to congratulate you for your accomplishment. We have from the City of Miamisburg, the Mayor, Dick Church. We also have from the City of Miamisburg, the Vice Mayor, Mr. Mike McCabe. From the Ohio House of Representatives, we have Representative Niraj Atani. We have from the Miamisburg Municipal Court, we have the Judge, Judge Robert Reddick. From the Miamisburg City Schools, we have your Superintendent, Dr. David Vale. From the Miamisburg Police Department, we have the Chief of Police. I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson. I'm sorry. I'll pay for that one later. And then we have your principal, Mrs. Woods. And our guests would like to say a few words to you, and we'll begin with Mayor Church.
Thank you, Officer Sherrits. Welcome, everyone. And I'm really glad to see so many parents here. I was commenting to the judge that of all the graduations we've been to, this is the largest turnout of parents, and we appreciate it. Because you know, D.A.R.E is a partnership. It's a partnership between the City of Miamisburg, Miamisburg City Schools, and the parents. So we appreciate your attending. I also want to thank Joe from the Miami Valley Communications Council for being on the camera today. And you're going to be able to watch this on Time Warner Channel 5 at least 100 times between now and the next Medlar graduation. This is the 22nd year. We're concluding the 22nd year for D.A.R.E in the Miamisburg City School System. And as I said every year, I think this is one of the best programs that the city and the school district does in cooperation with one another. You have had a great teacher in Officer Sherrits, and he has taught you some of the bad things that you can get involved with alcohol, drugs, smoking. You know, we have another major thing, and we up here, these people, we're getting tired of talking about it, but there is a major epidemic, not only in Miamisburg, but throughout this country. And it's another challenge for you young people, but it's heroin. And there's a lot of people that are working to try to come up to how we deal with it, but it is a big problem. We had a First Lady of the United States who died recently, Mrs. Nancy Reagan, and years ago when her husband was president, she had a saying about drugs. and it was very simple. And I urge you to try to remember it. Just say no. Because I can guarantee that at some time in your life, might be today, it might be next week, it might be years from now, you are going to be challenged by someone to try to get you to do something that you know is wrong. And I hope when that time happens that you will remember the lessons that you have learned in D.A.R.E and what Officer Sherrits has taught you, and stand up to those individuals or individual and say, no, I know it's wrong, I'm not going to do it, and you shouldn't be doing it either. If you do that, I'll guarantee you're going to have a great rest of your life. Have a great summer vacation.
Next, we'll have Judge Reddick.
My father, when I was a young man, told me never to argue with idiots, okay? And lately, for some reason, I've been having to do that a lot. I don't know why, but someone just today was telling me how people are interchangeable, and if this person goes, they'll just put another person there. And I had to explain to him that that's not true, that people are special, and you're special. You have certain talents and gifts and abilities that no one else has in that combination. And you're special. And you're going to have to avoid some of the temptations that Officer Doug's taught you to avoid in D.A.R.E, because if you avoid those, as the mayor said, you're gonna have a great life. And you sit here with the dawn of just so much special things happening to you. You're gonna move on to middle school, so many new opportunities. I want you to learn a lot and be successful. But as the mayor said, at some point you're going to be challenged. It's going to be probably not the hard light of day, but the back seat of a car or a basement. It's probably not going to be daylight. It'll be dark, and somebody will try to get you to do something that you know is wrong. Don't do it. As the mayor said, just say no. Don't hang around with those people. And if maybe one of your friends sitting next to you has gone down that wrong path, turn to them and say, reconsider what you're doing. What you're doing is a mistake, because you really are special, and I want you to take advantage of all the talents and gifts and ability you've been given, and I don't want you to waste those. I'm so tired of having to give this heroin lecture, because we literally are losing so many bright, young, and old too, talented people to heroin, to opiate abuse. Don't do any opiate, any prescription drug, any heroin. You just can't. It'll destroy your life. If you can sidestep the things that Officer Doug's taught you, if you can just say no, you'll have a great life. And again, have a great summer and enjoy middle school. Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we have Representative Atama.
Thank you, Officer, and thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Judge Reddick. So I did D.A.R.E 15 years ago. In 2001, I was right here where you were, except I went to Bauer. I was a Bauer B, and I graduated from the D.A.R.E program, and my D.A.R.E officer's name was Officer Hunsaker, Tim Hunsaker. I don't know if he's still around, but he was our D.A.R.E officer. So first, congratulations. Let's give our kids a round of applause. So, how many of you want to be something when you grow up? A doctor, a lawyer, or all of your hands should go up. All right. If they don't, even the fourth graders have their hands up. Very good. Well, let me tell you one thing, right? I mean, you've learned about all of the perils of, all of these substances and why you shouldn't do them. Another reason is because those things will get in the way of you achieving your dreams. When I was your age, I wanted to go into politics. I wanted to go in elected office. I saw the mayor when I was in 3rd grade, and he swore me in for 3rd grade student government when he was a much younger man. And I said, well, I would like to do that. I would like to be able to change people's lives. And I work every day very hard, I would like to think, at the State House in Columbus and here in Dayton to provide you all with the opportunities here in 10 or 15 years when you're my age, so that you can get a good job, so that you can achieve your dreams. And drugs and alcohol and all of those things will only sidetrack you from that. I've had too many friends, and I am a lifelong Miamisburg person. I was born here. I went to Bauer, and I went to the middle school, and I went to the high school. I've had too many friends here in Miamisburg who have had their futures sidetracked, who had big dreams, but their futures were sidetracked because of drugs and alcohol. So just know that you have those dreams of whether you want to be an astronaut or a doctor, a lawyer, or a two-bit politician like me. Drugs and alcohol will keep you from that. But for now, let's congratulate you on this achievement. Let's congratulate you on graduating from the 5th grade, and hopefully you all are looking forward to middle school. So thanks for having me, and congratulations.
Next, we have Dr. Vail.
Thank you, Officer Sherritt. Certainly an honor for me to be here to be a part of your graduation from the D.A.R.E program. On behalf of the Board of Education, all the administration and staff with the Miamisburg City Schools, we want to congratulate you and tell you how proud we are for you going through this program, and hope you take these lessons as you move on down the road. When you grew up, when you were born, you had some great teachers in your life, and I mean the people sitting in the back there. Your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, uncles, cousins, big brothers, big sisters, whomever. They were your first teachers, and they taught you right from wrong, good and bad, and you learned those lessons. And you became old enough to go to school, and you came to Miamisburg City Schools, and you've had some magnificent teachers here. Math, science, social studies, reading, writing, everything. And one of our staff members, whether you know or not, right here is Officer Sherritt, and teaches you a great part of your life's lessons here. Okay. So we hope you take away from there. Your teachers help you during school to be successful there, and he helps you to be successful out of school. We certainly thank him for what he contributes to your education. All the adults here have been talking about the challenges you will be facing as you move on in your life. You don't have to go it alone. You've got the people sitting next to you that will help you. You've got the people sitting behind you that will help you. You've got your teachers. We're all here for you. So if anything comes up, you don't know, you're not sure, you're questioning, please know you're not alone. You've got a great support here. Go to someone, ask them, go tell them, and be aware and be smart. Make good decisions and good choices. So again, finish the year strong, have a great summer, and good luck in middle school. Thank you.
And Chief Sedlak.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good afternoon, Medlar View kids, and good afternoon, parents. You've heard a lot of speeches here, so I'm going to try to keep this a little short. But what I want to tell you is this. As everybody before me has said, you've learned a lot of lessons, and you have a lot of people and a lot of people to support you when the decisions are going to be tough. But I just want to bring to your attention that when that time comes, what you need to look for. You have to understand, even though things are bad for you, many of them you learned about, you know that you shouldn't be involved in. But when they're presented to you by somebody else, they're never presented as bad. If they were presented as bad, you wouldn't do it. If somebody said, hey, this is horrible stuff, it's going to really hurt you if you try it, you want some? You'd say no, everybody would. That's not how it's done, and that's not what it will look like. They'll tell you how exciting it is, how wonderful it is, how cool it's going to be, how it's going to make you cool, how it's going to make you feel great, how it's going to do all sorts of things. That's what you're going to hear, and you're going to hear from people you know. You might hear from some friends of yours, and you trust your friends, and you start hearing this, and they tell you they did it, and it was really good, and you should try it. That's why the decisions are hard. Because you're dealing with people you know, you respect oftentimes, and you trust. And they're telling you, this is really cool. But you'll have the lessons that you learned here and there to help you out. You'll know it's not. Just remember the lessons. You'll know it's not. And the other thing that you'll have immediately, even if you're all alone, you'll have that little voice that's inside all of us. Just when you're thinking, I might try this or I might try that, and you really know you shouldn't, there's always that little voice in here or in your heart, right? It's always there. And it's saying, probably shouldn't do it. If you listen to that voice and you fall back on the lessons you learned in D.A.R.E, and if you truly want to live a very healthy, happy, and successful life going forward, then you have to be strong and you have to apply the lessons that you learned. And just say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll do other things with you. Let's do these things. They're really cool, but we're not going to do that. Or at least I'm not going to do that. And just remember, some of those decisions are not easy to go back on. Because unlike, well, if somebody tells you this is a great toy and you buy it and you don't like it, well, you learned a lesson, no big deal. But if you do some of these substances and you try it and you realize, you know what, this isn't good. The problem is it may be highly addictive. So you know you shouldn't do it anymore, you know you should stop, but it's becoming very, very difficult. That's why we always say, don't even start, don't start. Because if you want to stop, you may have a great deal of trouble doing so. So just remember those lessons, go forward, have a great summer, and make the decisions you need to make to stay healthy and happy.
The last thing the students in D.A.R.E class have to do is write a D.A.R.E report, and everyone you see seated here not only wrote it, but presented it to their classmates. And we selected a few to share their reports with you today, and we'll begin with Scott Chiwa.
Hello, welcome to Medlar View's 5th grade D.A.R.E graduation. My name is Scott Chiwa, and I am in Miss Bosman's class. I have learned a variety of things in D.A.R.E. I have learned that alcohol and tobacco are very dangerous. In fact, there are about 75,000 alcohol-related deaths in the U.S. Also, mixing medication with drugs is dangerous. I also learned about the D.A.R.E decision-making model. Once during testing, my phone went off and made some noise. I used the D.A.R.E decision-making model to solve my problem. First, I thought of the situation. Next, I thought of my decisions. Then I chose my response. Finally, I thought, did I make a good decision? Thanks to D.A.R.E, I will stay away from alcohol and tobacco. Officer Doug is the best D.A.R.E officer, and I am looking forward to seeing him again. Thank you.
Good job. Congratulations.
Good job.
Next, we have Aiden Zudu.
Hello, welcome to D.A.R.E graduation. I'm Aiden Zodu from Miss Clausen class. During my experience in D.A.R.E, I have learned a lot of information about how to keep myself safe. I learned that alcohol can slow your body, even your brain too. I learned that there are 200 known chemicals in cigarettes. I used a D.A.R.E decision-making model to decide if I should go to my cousin's band concert or my book club. I had to assess my choices. If I went to my cousin's band concert, he would be happy. If I went to my book club, I would be caught up with the book that I was reading. I responded by deciding to go to my cousin's band concert. I think I made a good decision. In the future, I will walk away if a person or stranger asks me to do drugs. Now because of D.A.R.E, I know what to do to keep myself safe and healthy. Thank you.
Go this way. There we go. Great job. Congratulations. Next, we have Kasia Zaman.
We appreciate you being here with us today. My name is Cassia Zamet, and I'm in Mrs. Osborne's class. D.A.R.E was very educational and fun. I learned many important things during D.A.R.E to make good decisions. I learned that chewing tobacco can cause mouth cancer, tooth loss, yellow teeth, bad breath, dry skin, and even wrinkles. I also learned that alcohol can slow down the human body and brain. I've used the D.A.R.E decision-making model to think about decisions and make the right choices. I use the strategies to make a big decision between my friend counting on me to come over and my dad counting on me to help with a huge garage sale. I assessed my problem and thought about the consequences. Then I responded by sticking with my dad because I can go to my friend's house anytime. Finally, I evaluated my decision and I know I made the right choice. D.A.R.E was extremely fun and Officer Doug was very helpful. Thank you.
The next group of people I'd like to thank are the ones who make my job as the D.A.R.E officer very easy, and that's the staff and teachers here at Medlar View. And that begins with your principal, Mrs. Woods. And your fifth grade teachers, Mrs. Bosselman, Mrs. Clausen, and Mrs. Osborne. It's now time for you guys to receive your certificates, and we'll begin with Mrs. Bosselman.
I want to thank everybody for coming on behalf of the teachers. It's just so encouraging to see so many parents and other adults here celebrating with our fifth graders. They've done a really great job, and I have to tell you, this group has made a lot of progress this year. We're very proud of them. This D.A.R.E program is fantastic. The kids get so excited about it every day, and Officer Doug is amazing. Fifth grade, let's give him a whoop whoop. He does a great job. We're very lucky to have him and the support of the city and the school. It's just great. All right, we'll go ahead and get started with students from my class. We'll begin with, and we'll save applause for the end of each class, if you don't mind. We'll start with Yasmin Afini, William Algren, Johan Botha, Brody Brannon, Scott Chiwa, Mylan Daniels, Blake Giesel, Megan Gregory, Lindsay Lara, Ian Murphy, Kate Fong, Megan Roundtree, Jake Schultz, Ellie Smith, Matthew Statzer, Rose Taylor, Desiree Terrell, Emma White, and Zachary Wheeler. And that's my class. I'm going to go ahead and take care of Mrs. Osborne's class too. She is on the field trip to Washington, D.C. with the 8th graders. She was really disappointed that she couldn't be here today. She's definitely thinking of us, and she asked me to send pictures. We're going to start with Andy Turner. Dylan Baker. Ethan Betts. Abby Boyer. Kirsten Bradley. Megan Daniels. Amaya Hulbert. Ty Hunter. Landon Hurt. Rhea Jackson. Parker Lund. Angel Magana. Ashton Myers. Ethan Nickel. Gigi Shoka. Luke Stam. Peyton Tolby. Rock Wada. Cassia Zamet. And Brody Burrell. And that's Mrs. Osborne's class.
Next, we have Mrs. Clausen's class.
All right, hello, thanks for coming. And we'll go ahead and get started. Brian Bubberman. Micah Campbell. Sadie Carpenter. Simeon Cruz. Micah Daniels. Shaylin Griffin. Madison Helfinger. Abby Johnson. Jamari Lane. Sean McCuskey. Sam Mitchell. Alexa Nash. Eric Pettit. Jackson Rupert. James Sawyer. Samantha Sedlacko. Brady Sazienko. Emma Tui. Michael Ware. Aiden Zudu. And Jesse Ipak.
I enjoyed your speech. You did a good job.
Thank you very much.
All right, the last thing we're going to do as part of our graduation is I have a short little video to show you of classes here at Medlar View. Once again, I appreciate everyone coming out this afternoon. You guys have a great, safe summer. Have a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys next year. Some of you in middle school and some here in Medlar. Thank you very much.